Hello, everybody. And today, Interdisciplinary Research Foundation presenting very interesting speaker from Oman. My name is Eugenia Galazzo-Diatko, and I'm a board member of foundation. And as you know, we are doing each broadcast from different country, from interesting experts, practitioners, people who are working in different interesting areas of science, education, marketing, management, and professionals which can open some secret areas for us during 15-20 minutes. So today we have Oxana Chorna, who is PhD in finance, and she's currently working and living in Sultanate, Oman. So, Oksana, hello. And can you please tell us how you turned up in Oman after so bright and fast life, different events in your life, and teaching and being in regular army? How happened that you are in Oman now?
First of all, Rania, thank you very much that you invite me in this broadcast. This is, I participate in such type of webinar before, but have never do this in the research area, only about my book, only about my travel or something like this. Yeah, I'm here work. This is my third year, almost finished, and I agree with you that I have completely different areas in my back in the serving in the army, for example, and also I work in Poland as a professor in National Youth University. And now I work in the Modern College of Business and Science here. And today I want to show what exactly we do here and how we manage all this process in case of the coronavirus, because we have big changes for the last 3 months.
Mm-hmm. And I know you prepared for us some visuals to show which obstacles you had during this situation of lockdown. And I'm very curious how Oman going through this situation. So show us how is your institution dealing. So
I spent today 4 hours for preparation. That's why I want to show you all things about the Oman. Just a second. First,
we can see your screen.
First of all, I open. Yeah. And can you see my...
We can see your slides.
Yeah. Again, my name is Oxana Chorna, and I work as associate professor in the Modern College of Business and Science. And you can see this picture. This is my buildings, means we work here. This place near the mountain, that's why we have fantastic view from the window on this mountain. And as I know, 6 years ago, for example, no road here, and now we have, after 6 years, almost fantastic infrastructure, a lot of roads, and I can tell that the Oman grows very rapidly. And here, first of all, when, for example, when I discuss with my friends, and I told that I live in Oman, sometimes we have some misunderstanding, because other people think that I live in Amman, this is the capital of the Jordan, or the Oman, this is the city near Kiev. Yeah, but it's close. Oman, Amman, yeah. And that's why I want to show where is this place. This is the red one. In this globe near the Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Arab Emirates, in this part.
Yeah. Well, I know that Oman is becoming like luxury destination for travel now in the last years. So I think a lot of people curious about details you are going to tell now.
If we have time at the end of this broadcast, I can show some video from Canyon. It's not a big video, but in any case, it's very interesting. And it's really a very nice place for the tourists, because you have here ocean, mountain, you have different, for example, canyon, and a lot of attraction. Of course, desert and the jeep safari, for example, and the camel safari. It's fantastic place for the visiting. Okay. what I am doing here, I work as a teacher, as an associate professor, and this is, as you see, my courses: business statistics, financial management, research methods, personal finance, international finance. Almost same courses that I had in the Poland and Ukraine. But we have some rules here. For example, I have only 3 courses per one semester. It's impossible that the teacher prepare more than 3 courses, but you can have more than one section. For example, usually I have 2 sections of business statistics, 1 financial management, 1 international finance, and I work with 4 classes per section till 1 semester. If we speak about the summer, because in the summer also we have 2 semesters, but now we have 3 because of the coronavirus. And in this semester, I will have 1 course per 1 semester. And small information about the Oman. This is the map of all this area. I do not know. Do you heard something about the Dhofar? This is the place near the city here, Salalah, and we have a lot of huracan and a lot of rain here. That's why we have some problem in this area. But all this part, the middle part, this is desert. And Muscat in the top of this map, you can see here Muscat, this is the capital of this country. And this place between the Muscat and the desert, we have the fantastic, beautiful mountain. As you see here, for example, this is the Jabal Shams and great country here, and you can walk in the middle of this area. This is called the balcony way. This is green one. It is this is I sit in the stone, and this is my picture, of course. And I want to show that this country.
I know that you are going tomorrow for a kind of safari by yourself and to discover canyons. Be careful.
I hope, because we have right now all this restriction for the quarantine and we cannot leave, or means I don't know, can we leave or not this area, but I think it's, if I don't have any problem, I try to go to the Bar Al Hikman. This is the place near Mazir Island, and I plan to kite in here and stand the camp, but we will see. Okay, first of all, if you want to travel to Oman, you have to know that it is the very rich country and very expensive. Means, as you see here, for example, GDP, this is $47,000. And if you plan to travel, you have to understand the price very high here for all attractions. And that's why this is not the typical tourist destination if we speak about Oman.
Luxury one, okay.
Okay, about the Modern College of Business and Science. We have in Oman very interesting structure of the higher education, because we have a lot of private colleges. Also, we have the big university, government university. And this, I work in the small private college, but this college means, they call this college, but this is this university if we speak about the Ukraine, because we have the bachelor and the master degree here. Also, we have the MBA program. And this college work together with the Franklin University. And for example, you can see here this label, Franklin University. And the Modern College provide this program together with the Franklin University. And very often they invite the professor from this university to Oman, and they provide here some lectures and stay here for the months, for example. And this is the typical situation. All classes in my college in English. We have some Arabic program, but this program only started. Almost all students can speak English. That's why almost all classes in English. We have some Arabic for something, Arabic history, something like this in Arabic, but all other in English.
Okay. Now, how is going your Arabic level of your Arabic?
I try. You see, means it's very difficult to write on the other side. Also, if you because it's not the same as you study English or French or Italy, because in any case you have same alphabet. more or less same. Yeah, means A, it is A. Yeah, but in case of the Arabic letters, it's completely different. And also you have to write on the other side, and also you have to. I can write already. I can write these letters, but also I can read this. But for example, they do not use the wolf, like the A, O, E. They put only small dots, and you have to understand what does it mean. Means it's really difficult.
Okay, so training brain all the time.
Yes, it's interesting because if you study something completely different, you have to include your brain, and your brain work very hard for all this action. Yes, it's very interesting. Now I want to show you a small video. First of all, I want to tell that it's I did this video. I took this video, all the preparation by myself, because I like, as you know, my photo and video works. That's why the marketing department asked me to do this. I know my mistakes here, but in case you can see some, this is the ICT department provides some seminar for the teachers, and I prepare this video, and you can see at least classes and how it look like in our case. Okay, I switch.
The ICT department has been training faculty from different departments on the use of the college's cutting-edge online platform, Oasis. Faculty are empowered to interact with their students and post materials in a virtual setting.
Looks very multinational.
Yes, we have, I do not remember exactly, but something like 20 or 30 different countries. Because a lot of people from the Asia, we have from the India, from Pakistan, from Philippines. Means we have different multinational, and I know that you like cross-cultural all these things, and here we have this in case of the
students and team of teachers also.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes left, so let's go on, because I want to know also about the opportunities you wanted to show us after coronavirus in the sphere of finance.
Okay, I want to show some how we work during the coronavirus with all these problems. Means we move all our teaching process online, and I provide all classes online. Here you can see my schedule, for example, and according to the schedule, I work with the student. For example, if I have a 9:30 class, I have this class before offline in the as a regular class, and now means at the end of the semester we work this online. We use for this Microsoft Team. I know that it's popular right now, Zoom, but I compare this to program, and I think the Microsoft Team much more better, because a lot of things you can do this. And here our IT department create the team, and you can select your classes and work with these classes. Also you have the chat, student can ask you here, for example. Also you can save this video, record the video, and student can watch this video later, like you see here. And also, for example, here in my Steam, Microsoft Steam, I have all this information, and if I need something from the previous video, I can check. And this is the example of the business statistics. Then I work with the student, I open my Excel and count something in Excel. And after I ask the student, what is, for example, here I have some calculation, and I ask the student, as you see some numbers from each student, I ask them to write the regression model. And according to this, I put some hearts or sad smiles if it is wrong. Yeah, and you can see here the answers. And after I can count this, and also I work as because very often people switch on the computer and do nothing here. But I want to see that my student works. That's why it's very important to ask them to do something and check this.
So you're trying to involve with some gamification and emoticons. I see.
Yes, because without this very difficult to see how do they understand or not. Could they repeat or not? Means it's really important, because I have very difficult subject as a business statistic, a lot of calculation. They have to do this alone later in the final exam, for example. Here also I want to recommend one very good page, one very good source. This is the Khan Academy. Mostly this is for the fresh student, means the first, second courses. But in my cases, I have the business statistics, econometrics. I have this here, as you see. For example, business statistic, I create here the group and work with my student according to this information. And I ask them to do something, and after I can check the ability, results, and marks. For example, as you see here, I have a list of students and some exercises and the mark that they have. But for example, because you can create here quizzes, tests, and for the student it's very difficult to cheat, because the system all time change the questions. That's why you can see real situation with the answers. Yeah, and the 75% out 100, these two guys did not do this, and after they did not receive any mark.
So you use Microsoft Teams for communication with students, and Khan Academy for like virtual class to have everything systemized and not to spend time for doing it by in hand, right?
This is the only additional source, because it's not the main. We have the Moodle in our system, in our college system. I have all platform. Then I can put, for example, some video or PowerPoint or some additional materials. Also, I we call this a duo oasis, and the system help us create some tests. For example, I can create the test here and open this test from 1 till 2 o'clock, and student has to finish this exactly in this time. Also, it's very good program and good approach, because you can use the test bank, and also the system will create the overall set of the questions, and in this case student cannot cheat, because the main problem then we have in online studying, this is the cheating.
I see. Okay.
What else? Merlot. I don't know, have you ever used this Merlot? This is the also nice platform. You can find here completely free sources. I work with this system if I want to find some additional information or some books or something like this. Here you can see here books for the business statistics, introductory and different cases, and I, according to my access, I can use some something
This
from
is very
here.
interesting. I see.
Completely free. You can find much more information than the Khan Academy, because in Khan Academy, for example, I have international finance, and I don't have a good course for the international finance, only for the business statistics.
Okay. So coming back to my question, right? So let's go faster about problems you can see and maybe opportunities from this situation with coronavirus and situation in Oman.
Opportunity. It's a very good question, because I think we have right now all 2 semesters online, and as I understand, we will have the whole 2020 also online. Means the all college change the approach of the teaching. It's a very good opportunity, because student can work at home, and also they can, because previous I had a lot of problem with if the student did not participate in the class, later I have to provide additional classes or consultation or some tutorial classes for this student, and I spent a lot of time for this. But in case of the online, I have the record of this class, and anytime the student can see all this class, or for example, if he wants to repeat again this video and find some answers, he can do this anytime. It's very, very useful. And I think if we return to the offline cases, also we will record this, because recording it's really good idea. But any case, for before, I afraid that if you have the recording and you save or they put this information online, you means in this case no need to use the teachers. You have all classes online, that's all. But it's not real true, because you all time work interactive with students. Means it's not only speaking with the laptop, also you ask them, you check them, they ask you. Sometimes I have the call in Microsoft Teams from other students, and we discuss some problems, for example. Means you have to work with the class. It's impossible that you have 50 students, because you cannot spend enough time. Any case, your class around 20, 30 students, like the regular class, and you can work with the class, the students online. I think this is the very good result of the coronavirus, because all of us, our activities.
Education, I see. And what about finances?
Finance, the opposite situation, because we have big problem in a lot of areas stopped, and I put here some information about how government in Oman try to help different businesses, because, for example, the whole area that connected with the tourism, hotels, restaurant now do not work, and we don't know where they start. We discussed that the malls will start next month, something like this, but in any case, it's not the same situation like previous. And if you speak about the Middle East, almost half of the population here, this is expatriate, people who come here and work, and now they don't have this work. That's why they have to return at home. We have a lot of evacuation fly, for example, to India, because India, this is the biggest part of the expatriate. That's why we have, as I see, all this area had some problems in the
I have a question. What about the main resource of profit for the country? What they are doing money in?
Oil and gas. This is the same as all Middle East. This is the main. We don't have tax. Means we have taxes, but it's really not the same structure like if we compare with the Europe or United States. The main income government. This is the oil and gas, and also as you know, the price decrease, and also it shows some problem with the budget and the revenue and the.
I see. We need to finish soon, and I want to know some interesting cases from Oman. It's very different country from the countries you lived before, like US, Poland, Ukraine. And what have you noticed different during this situation with coronavirus, like maybe in culture, maybe in governmental approach, and you want to share with us?
Government want to help the businesses, and as you see here in the slide, a lot of activities, means exemption, postponing, for example, loan, and reducing something, and they have all these things for the all areas. For example, the government provide additional buffer stock for the basic food commodities because they afraid they don't have enough these goods here because the country do not produce, and that's why it's very important part.
And they help also international companies or like foreign companies who are started in Oman.
I'm not sure. I cannot tell you because I don't have this information. You see, I have the regular information that they can find in the ministry web page, and for example, they
companies mostly.
Also the big difference between the Omani and non-Omani. I found information about the support private sector and for the non-Omani and Omani workforce, and this is the completely different type of support. You can see the reduction in wages, for example, or something like this. But in case of the Omani, not allowed to end the services, means for this 3 months, the company cannot do not allow the end of the services, means Omani workforce, any case will have this income.
I see.
That's why also postponing the repayment of bank loan and also postponing the rent. I rented the flat here, but no any postponing. I paid like the same as the previous one. That's why this is the completely different situation from the Omani and non-Omani. But I'm not sure exactly I don't have any proof is it true or not.
So the perfect example of protectionism in the country.
Yeah, they have here Omanization, and in case of the Omanization, then the company has to have some percentage of Omani people who work in this company, and it depends on the field. In higher education, we don't have this Omanization because they don't have enough workforce with this level of education. But if you speak about the bank or some other companies, you can see the very high level of Omanization, and very often company hire the Omani people and additional hire the expatriate who really will work because they have enough knowledge, skills, and level of education for this. That's why
I think this is very, very clear to see here the cross-cultural difference between Europe and East in this situation. Okay, so to add here, because I think we can share your slides for the information, just to show something more precisely if you didn't tell us about taxes or problems or finances. Because unfortunately we made this video twice longer what we normally do, but I know the country is extremely interesting and it's not possible to tell about it in 15 minutes. And I hope you will agree to show up here in other broadcasts with this topic, and we will discuss it more deeply.
Okay. I have all this information here, and if somebody interested in the Oman, you can see my web page, my Facebook page, and here a lot of picture, a lot of information about Oman and situation in Oman. Also, I have here, for example, information about the COVID Now we have 13,000 people and 67 total deaths for all this time.
I see. So you are talking about your Facebook page in case somebody
Yes.
wants to contact you.
Yes, please write me, and I will try to help you or answer the question if it is interested in any area that I can do this.
Okay, thank you so much that you found the time for us, and good luck with your travel tomorrow in the mountains. And we hope to see you as a speaker for our next broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you, Zhenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.